Hey everybody, my name is Barry Schwartz and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, March 20th, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com over the past week. Doing this from my, living room instead of the basement. A little bit of a background, but there are kids awake, so hopefully you guys won't hear it, and I hope everybody's doing well, feeling healthy and safe. And I'll include these things as I go because I don't have the normal TV behind me, but maybe changing it up every week will be fun. There was definitely a possible Google search ranking algorithm update this week, probably starting somewhere around March 16th, on March 17th as well, 18th, and even 19th, and even today. There's definitely graphs that show that to be the case. There's definitely chatter to show that this is the case. So definitely take a look at that. Maybe your rankings have been impacted by this. It wasn't just people searching less or something like that because of what's going on in the situation. But it's possibly Google's constantly updating. So that's definitely related to that. Related to that, a bunch of SEOs, I did a poll because some people in Webmaster World were like, Google should not do updates during the COVID-19 outbreak. And about 58% of over 1,000 people who responded to my poll said Google should not be doing updates during this time. There's people have enough stress, SEOs have enough stress around this, so they should probably not do this, whereas 42% said no, Google should continue to do so. I think things should continue as normal. I think people should be as normal as possible. And I think, that's how things go. And with Bing, Frederick DuBois from Bing basically saw the question. He's like, I think that's a weird question to ask. He said, anytime we plan an update, we hope that it will improve our product for users. Before we ship an update, gather proof that it will improve our product for users. We'd fail our users if we stopped updating our ranking model. So that's what Bing said, and that makes 100% sense. And then a couple days later, John Mueller responded to people saying stop doing updates, basically saying, in general, if we can improve the search results, I think we should continue to do that. There are lots of great sites, maybe yours too, that deserve to be shown where relevant if we can. So again, both Bing and Google probably will continue to do updates. Maybe it won't be as frequent in the short term because of people being displaced and not being able to work from home as efficiently as they used to, but things will continue during this time, and hopefully everything will get better soon. Google has stopped, I think for the almost all part, virtually everything, showing those feature snippets in the top right position. Rank Ranger shows that there's actually 0 knowledge panels or feature snippets in the knowledge panel side, on the right-hand side, and now they're all in this middle center. And Google said they would be doing this back in January, and it took them obviously a few months to actually make it happen. So it seems like that's the case. Google also launched new Schema for virtual for events. So events that are being canceled or postponed or going virtual. There's new Schema available to go ahead and document in your markup, specifically around postponed events, canceled events, and if your event's virtual. So definitely take a look at that if you are events and you manage events, and something that's going on drastically here. Google also said that it may go ahead and make the page speed update more granular. So historically, Google's page speed only worked specifically for very slow sites. So that means that if your site was very slow, you would actually be dinged a little bit or not rank as well than sites that are fast. But now John Mueller is basically saying there may in the future be Google, and he basically said, I could imagine that over time, especially with mobile sites, that we might find a more granular approach to page speed. So we'll see what happens with that over time, but right now it doesn't seem like anything has changed right yet. Fabrice Cannell from Bing said, it's preferable to use 302 redirects if your destination URL may change within 2 days. Otherwise, or else use a 301, it is recommended. And Frederick basically wanted to say, no, don't worry about it. That's the key, but if you don't do that, Bing will get it right. Do not worry. Google is now showing, and I'm not sure if this is exactly new, but local reviews mentioned by. So if you see a bunch of reviews, Google might summarize and say, under a specific review, that the word or a synonym used in that review is used X times throughout the review, and I'll show a screenshot there so you can see what I'm talking about. Google My Business said was using Duplex, which is the AI-based, machine learning-based system to call out businesses to see if they're still open during the COVID-19 crisis. Some people are not updating their business information to say if they're updated or not. And you can do that like we discussed over the past weeks, but for those that are not doing it, Google's working on doing that. Google has a new ad policy appeal process. Instead of going to the support team, now you just go through the appeal process directly in the Google Ad system. I'll show you some screenshots. There's a little notification that you can actually click on appeal, and then there you can actually fill out your appeal request instead of going through the support team. Google Ads also has a new restriction specifically for government services related stuff. So if you are a third party selling like passports and stuff like that, or photo IDs or proof of residency, or you also have things like around like mail hold or unclaimed money and stuff around that. Anything that kind of is like Google government official related business that you might have a third party service that handles that. Starting in May, Google's going to restrict the types of services that could advertise around that. So keep that in mind. If you want to learn more, it's that Search Engine Roundtable. Microsoft Advertising is going to be switching by the end of this month. On March 31st, all standard text ads to the enhanced ads. We've been talking about this for a while, so just keep that in mind. It's going to happen. This is kind of funny. The U.S. Democratic Party symbol, which is a donkey, was actually changed to a rat for a period of like 3 to 4 hours in the Google Knowledge panel, because obviously Google sources third-party data for that, and it got confused, or somebody hacked into that, and not hacked, but basically violated and vandalized that. Today on Google's homepage is a virtual video Google Doodle for hand washing. Of course, that's more important than ever now, so please take a look at that. Also, Google yesterday had the first day of spring doodles and fall doodles for the southern and northern hemispheres. So they had like a hot air balloon, which is pretty cool. Nice to see that type of stuff happening. And of course, we had videos published this week too. I might have to slow them down, sadly, if things don't get improved better. But basically, I try to publish 2 of these videos a week, vlogs. One with Tony Wright talking about SEO attribution and online reputation management, and one with Martha Van Berkel talking about structured data adoption and how she believes that Schema does help with Google rankings. So definitely take a look at those as well. Again, my name is Barry Schwartz. Today is Friday, March 20th. And that's the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable. Everyone be healthy, be well. I'll see you all next week. Be well. Bye-bye.